Well, damn. Looks like I'm stuck with vertical video. As long as nobody's watching, I'm just gonna put this right here. Put my glove back on. My hands are cold. Left hand is cold. Right hand has a glove on it. Wow, somebody's watching. I haven't done a live stream in a long time. I have no idea who's watching. Oh my God, it's Saja 674. She's somewhere in Asia. So I'm just bored and thought I would try playing with live stream since I don't have enough space on my phone to record any video. As I walk around Prescott, Arizona. I'm in Prescott, Arizona. And it's almost 2 in the morning here. I guess it's 1:28 a.m. So I'm just northeast of downtown Prescott. I'm not sure if you still follow my vlog because I hardly post anything anymore these days, but I've been doing courier delivery work through an app called Roadie in my electric car that I bought last year. And every now and then I get a run that takes me out of the Phoenix area, usually to deliver lost luggage. I deliver lost luggage for 3 of the airlines that fly out of Sky Harbor International Airport. And I had a suitcase that I took up to Prescott Valley. And by the time I got up to Prescott Valley, it was about 10 p.m.-ish. And I was hoping I could find a karaoke bar with a car charger, like a level 2 car charger nearby. And I never did find a karaoke bar. In fact, I did find a neighborhood bar near where I dropped off the suitcase, and that was good. I know the crowd there wasn't too exciting, but I had a beer, had a chance to look at PlugShare and see where the various car chargers are in and around Prescott. And wow, 15 people watching. Y'all are bored right now. 16 people. Welcome to Prescott. As you can see, at 1:30 in the morning on New Year's, the night, not New Year's Eve, but New Year's night, there is nothing going on. Of course, I'm walking through a hotel parking lot, so not much to see here. Although why I'm walking through this parking lot will make sense in a bit. All right, already lost like 6 people. Good times. I never claimed my live streams were interesting. I was just bored, and I figured it was the only way I could vlog what I'm doing here. I always go back and edit this later, but it's kind of a cool looking building. It's part of the Spring Hill Suites Hotel. And it's the only way I can really vlog because I don't have enough space on this phone to record anything. And all those people logged on and logged off, down to 3 people watching now, which is a shame because I'm actually really close to the really cool part of historic Prescott. I'm only a couple blocks away from Whiskey Row and historic downtown Prescott, and the town square, which is very well decorated for Christmas right now. I ended up at this hotel and just wanted to see how I could get in from the north side. As I said, when I got into town, I was looking for karaoke bars, which I never found. And I was also looking for car chargers, which I did find. People are like, oh, nobody drives electric cars. There's not every electric cars, but there is my electric car. And there's the car charger that my car is on, which isn't my phone isn't recording it very well, but that's a dual port charge point level 2 that's only charging 25 cents a kilowatt hour, which isn't free, but it isn't bad. It's a little on the slow side, but mostly I was just trying to enjoy the scenery here. So my car is kind of a mess because I've been doing delivery. I did a route for Thistle yesterday, so I got Thistle bags all in there. Oh yeah, it's cold, super cold here right now. So what do? Go get a cold Mountain Dew. It's whatever, I drink cold Mountain Dew all the time. And I get the back all folded down because I've been carrying luggage. Yeah, it's electric. It's a 2024 Kia EV6. As you see, it's charging right now. I'm not going to power it up right now. I'm going to leave it charging here, walk around for a little bit more, but it's not focusing very well. But getting 6.2 kilowatts out of that charger, which is a slow charger. It's not supposed to charge the car fast. If I sit here for another 5 hours and 50 minutes, it'll take the battery to 100%. But that wasn't my goal of parking here. My goal of parking here was to use this Tesla destination charger. But as you can see, there is a Tesla plugged in here. And for those who are familiar with Teslas, you'll notice that the little Tesla logo is not blinking. and the light there is not pulsing, which means that that's not charging, but I couldn't unplug it. He's got it locked to the thing. So I could be using I believe it's a 9 kilowatt free Tesla destination charger. I have the adapter to use Tesla chargers on my car, but I had to resort to that one. But hey, at least that one works. So, oh, new subscriber. Wow, I didn't even know I had new subscribers. I hardly post anything on my channel anymore. And no, I haven't abandoned it. As I said earlier, the whole reason I decided to do a live stream right now is I haven't been to Prescott in probably over a decade. And normally this is the sort of thing where I'd at least shoot a little vlog video and show those who like to go to my channel just to see places around Arizona and places I go to. Give it's like, hey, here's a place I don't go to very often. Look, it's Prescott. But yeah, live streaming is the only way I can do it right now. So over there, that's just a basic strip mall. Nothing's particularly special about it. But hey, as long as there's 3 people left watching. I thought I had a few more than 3. It bumped up to like 18 at one point. But I'll give you guys something to look at here. So yeah, that strip mall there is just Sprouts and Walgreens and Staples, and apparently there's a Subway and there's Panda Express. But over this direction is the historic part of Prescott, which is actually really beautiful. So the street I just crossed, that's Sheldon Street, which is through this area. It's both Arizona State Highway 69 and Arizona Highway 89. That's a cool looking building. All right, down to 1 person left walking. Maybe I'm not going to go to the historic part of Prescott. Maybe I'll just go back to my car and move myself to a fast charger. Just right down the road that way. Just walking distance, about 6 blocks. There's a Electrify America fast charger where I can just get myself up to about 60% and head back to Phoenix. Look, it's Tomater. Walked by that earlier. I thought that was pretty cool. So hello, 2 people that are still watching. I'm not sure what that building is. It looks like an old train depot. Obviously, it's not now. There's no train tracks anywhere here now. But yeah, right here's where we kind of dip into the historic part of town. And this isn't the main street, but it is a street in downtown Prescott that's kind of scenic. As I'll walk down this one. It's kind of got a cool view. I don't know how much you guys can... Oh my gosh, I'm at 20% on my battery. I guess I'm not going to be doing this very long. Although I do have a battery pack in my pocket. All right, 6 people watching now. That's something. So, I forget the name of this street, but walking through historic downtown. I really tried to do this horizontal, and I thought I was streaming horizontal, and at one point it was streaming vertical. And YouTube told me I couldn't change my view, so I guess this is what we get. I do like all the Christmas lights that are up right now. Oh, prayer is always good. I'll take it. I haven't read the Psalms in a long time, but Psalms 11. I still got a Bible next to my bed at home. I'll take a look at it. Still trying to take care of myself. I don't know. I'm feeling... So one of the historic streets, just one block that way, but I think on this area, this street, I thought was a little more scenic, a little more interesting historic architecture. Oh my goodness, it's raining a little bit here. It's a little wet, so not doing great things on my lens. All right, I got one person left watching. You guys didn't even make it to Whiskey Row. Get like one more block away from historic Whiskey Row in downtown Prescott, Arizona. Of course, they pretty much already rolled up the sidewalks for the night. I walked down this street, I want to say about an hour and a half ago, looking for wanting to check out a bar that had really positive reviews. Oh, and just noticed there's like apartments on the upper floor of that building. That's kind of neat. Well, it's like living in downtown Prescott. First apartment I ever had as a young adult was in an old downtown 2, or I think actually it was a 3-story downtown historic building like that in Douglas, Wyoming. There are 2 little apartments up on the top floor, and that's a fun place to live. All right, I got nobody watching now. Oh well, not a whole lot to see here right now anyway. Alley's kind of neat looking, like those old style fire escapes. Raindrops falling on my head. And there was a cool looking bar right over by here. I'm not even seeing it. It's called Lizards or something like that. Huh. I saw it on the way over here. I don't know who's... Oh, man, somebody looking and closing right out. So, not like my camera shows it off very well, but that's the historic downtown square right there. Oh, I'm keeping my chin up. It's all right. I said I'm not really doing this to get views on the stream. Just thought I'd make a little video of this unexpected journey to Prescott, historic downtown Prescott, which is very beautiful, although it's not a whole lot to see at night. But I do dig the old architecture from the early 1900s and late 1800s. I forget what that building is there. This is like the center of the town right here. Is it a courthouse or something? All right, nobody watching again. Good times. Oh, that's right, it's a courthouse. Yavapai County, welcome to Courthouse Plaza. So it's the historic Yavapai County Courthouse right there. As you can see, it's all decorated. Christmas. And what is across the street to the west over there is the historic, oh, I like that view. I like that view a lot. It's the historic, I like the gazebo over there as well. It's historic Whiskey Row. I did pop into a Whiskey Row bar at about, I don't know, midnight, more or less. And I do still have the EV. Thanks for asking. I walked by a little bit earlier. It's about 3 or 4 blocks that way at a charge point level 2 charger at a hotel. Slowly getting a little bit of juice. In fact, I'm really excited I still have the EV. Felt like I was really going on a limb when I got that. And yeah, I love looking at scenery. I like walking. I didn't really kind of find the sort of bar I was looking for, but I've had a good time just kind of walking around and looking at Prescott. It's not a place I get to go to very often. Well, I can hear that bar still happening. Where all the 2026 lights are. I don't know what it's called. It sounds like there's people over there. But yeah, I went in there and I wasn't really feeling the vibe. I don't know what the heck's going on over here. There's some sound going on over here. What the heck? Yes, it's a Christmas thing. That's neat. I'm not sure what's up with Bullocks now, to be honest. I don't know what's up with Bullocks now. I went by, it's got a different name. The old owners sold it shortly after I quit, and they started changing everything in the bar and pretty much ran the crowd off. Oh, it's the Abominable Snowman! There we go. That's what that voice is supposed to be. It's the Snowman and Hermie the Dentist and the Lumberjack from Frosty the Snowman. Awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, I still got the EV going on a full year of that. Marks a year, full year on the 20th of December. And next week marks a full year of me being a company employee of HelloFresh working at Factor. So that's kind of a big deal. I'm going to get my 1-year raise and I get some kind of present from the company. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a pair of like overall snow pants or something like that, which I don't see myself actually wearing there. I had a neighbor give me a pair of those. Earlier this year, probably about 10 months ago, and I wore them for a few days at work, and I just found them to be more of a hassle to take off and on than they help me deal with the cold. I'm generally all right with just a pair of jeans working in the cold. And it is very cold working at Factor, 34 degrees. inside the fulfillment area and in most of the cold storage areas in which I work. I'm still walking around downtown Prescott. The bar was open. Looks like they're done for the night. Not sure what that patio is, but I like the lighting. A historic hotel of some kind right there with no vacancy. So this block I'm walking on right now is the area known as Whiskey Row. It's got a lot of history. Not that I really know its history, but it has a lot of it. It's the historic part of Prescott, Arizona. Historic courthouse right there. Still a few people popping around downtown. And the police looking for somebody leaving the bars drunk. Light rail expansion on the west side. That's a good question. I honestly don't follow public transit stuff as much as I did prior to getting my car. Although I did get to ride the southbound light rail expansion. I don't know if anybody watching saw that video on my channel, but I rode the very first train that went from downtown Phoenix to the new transit center there. Well, it's not really a transit center, it's more like a park and ride, but at the end of the line there at trying to think the name of it, Baseline in Central. But as far as light rail expansion, I heard there was a public meeting, and it's just generally been, they were talking about it, and it just didn't, what little bit I read in headlines showing up on my news feeds made it look like it just, wow, cops are going after somebody. Little action going on here in Prescott. I don't know where they're going, but they're going there fast. There goes another one. Apparently some shit going down here in Prescott. It's not something I expected to see. I mean, I for one would love to see light rail expansion to the west side. I mean, the destination most everybody talks about it going to, when I look in transit-related, Phoenix public transit-related parts of Reddit and also parts of YouTube, people talk about it going over to State Farm Stadium and that whole entertainment area in West Glendale, the Westgate area. And I always hate to be the killjoy in those comment sections, but I don't ever see that happening because that's in Glendale, and Glendale is very anti-public transit. Okay, so this is neat. I saw this when I went walking this area. I went about a block farther that way to a place that was supposed to have karaoke tonight, and they were closed. But there's a creek down here with a neat little walkway. And I didn't get to walk down here earlier, so I'm going to check this out. I like the fact that not only are these areas really well lit, but Goodwin Street. No, they're very well lit. Midnight Productions? I have no idea what Midnight Productions is. Oh, look at this. Hiking, biking, sightseeing, good times. Not that y'all are going to see anything because it's dark. Glendale seems to be very, politically very against public transit. Like almost all the bus routes that, it's getting dark now. I'm walking along some creek on the west side of historic downtown Prescott. I thought this path would be a little more lit. I mean, I can see where I'm going, but y'all can't really see anything. But anyway, yeah, almost all the bus routes that service Phoenix and Glendale have reduced schedules when they enter Glendale. Like the route 60 on Bethany Home has pretty good service. And by pretty good, I mean like every 30 minutes. And then sometimes every 15 minutes between where it starts in the Biltmore area to 43rd Avenue, but 43rd Avenue is where you enter Glendale, and then it cuts back to every hour, only every hour, and even less service at night. They cut it off early at night. So for there to be any kind of light rail to go to the Westgate area where the Cardinal Stadium is, State Farm Stadium, and there's a concert venue over there, that would require that the city of Glendale get on board with it, and I just don't ever see that happening. As far as Phoenix talking about light rail going westbound, I did recently, I was looking at some stuff about it, and they were talking about a route along I-10, and that's something I've covered on some of my videos in my channel before. It's kind of a historic plaque that's too dark for me to read. That's one I've covered before. That I-10, as you go west of downtown Phoenix, has all this extra space in the median where I can go one more block on this. There's extra space in the median where they left for future light rail. And something I've covered in a lot of my videos is how when I used to walk to Amazon, I'd walk from the Rapid Bus park and ride on 79th Avenue in McDowell, and I would walk across the 79th Avenue bridge and then kind of cut through the fence there and walk over to Amazon. They would have, I do like how Gurley Street, I do like how, I would mention how when I go across it, sometimes you could see that there was an underpass in the median between the space for the carpool exit from I-10 to 79th Avenue, and how that was built for light rail, but how it seems unlikely that they'll ever be able to do light rail there, because between that at 79th Avenue and the stack where I-10 hits I-17, where they put that wide median for future light rail, when they built the intersection where Loop 202, which is at 59th Avenue, where Loop 202 hits I-10, when they built that intersection, I love it. Here I am walking through Prescott talking about transit in Phoenix, but where they put that intersection, they left no provision for light rail. So if they do put light rail in that corridor, I don't know how the hell they're going to get it from 51st Avenue to 67th Avenue. There's just no space for it, unless they go up and over that entire intersection, and that just seems really cost prohibitive. Or if they go underground, but again, very cost prohibitive. Some Phoenix City councilors opposed to it, and some went to. Yeah, that's the long and short what I read too, and I didn't read any more into it. It's been a long time since I've gone to a Phoenix City Council transportation committee meeting. It's probably been 5-6 years before I started my vlog. 5-6 years since I've gone to those. I used to go to those on the regular whenever the subject was electric rental scooters. Because at that time I was a lime juicer and I rode electric rental scooters a lot. So I just kind of went there to support that. But some of the other stuff that I would hear in those meetings was very discouraging. And yeah, the bulk of the city council, like, they really say that they want public transportation, and they really say they also want bike infrastructure, but they don't seem to really put their money where their mouth is. And yeah, I don't see West Side Light Rail happening anytime soon, unfortunately. I mean, I don't think I'm not going to say it's never going to get built, but at risk of sounding horribly pessimistic, I honestly do not see it getting built in my lifetime. And I was kind of thinking about that. I had a discussion with somebody at the bar in Prescott Valley about electric vehicles, and the guy's like, "Oh no, man, I'm never getting an electric vehicle." And I'm just like, I was thinking to myself, well, I want to say that the electric vehicles will be dominant within my lifetime, but then I realize that I probably don't have that much lifetime left. I mean, at my age, what have I got left? Maybe 20 years, tops. So, but who knows? The world can change a lot in 20 years. It certainly has changed a lot in the last 20 years. I'm wondering, see more cops rolling around. I don't know what exactly went down, but they're walking around, driving around, shining their lights. Probably wondering what's up with me. That guy looks suspicious. He's walking around with a cell phone talking to himself. Like walking in circles. Now I'm not entirely sure where I am. I do believe I'm on the street between Gurley and I forget the name of it. The one that Route 69 and 89 is on. Gurley's was the original main east-west street through the center of Prescott, and then the one 2 blocks north is where they rerouted the highway. God, probably in the 1960s, I would guess, by looking at the design of the infrastructure. Before my time. It's been that way as long as I can remember. And I forget the name of this street, but this is the street between them. Okay, I know where I'm at. I don't think that 5 minutes or less is a really relevant thing. And to be fair, I can charge my car in 5 minutes or less and do an effective charge. In fact, I regularly, since I've been doing the delivery thing with Rody, I quite often do 5-minute charges. So I have a Kia EV6, which is a Hyundai Kia Genesis EGMP car. And for those who are really into electric vehicles, that means something to everybody else that just get blank stares on that. But it's I believe it was the first mass-produced 800-volt electric drivetrain. So it charges notably faster than other electric vehicles. A lot of people think all electric vehicles charge the same rate, and there's a lot of range between how fast they can charge, and it's not just part of it's the car and part of it's the charger. But at any rate, mine charges really, really fast if I can get a charger that can make it happen. But there's a lot of them all over the Phoenix metro area, and there's more. There's been several that have opened just in the last month. In fact, Walmart has a charging network now. The Walmart charging network, their chargers are rated for 400 kilowatts. And at this point, nobody makes a car that can even charge at 400 kilowatts, but those chargers are apparently ready to deliver it. Most Electrify America, as well as most EVgo chargers are 350 kilowatts. And on all of those, I can plug in. Oh, I'm all for more charging stations. Sure, why not? But people are always talking about fast chargers, and don't get me wrong, I love the fast chargers. When I'm out delivering, I'll pop into an EVgo or Electrify America, or I finally hit one of the new Walmart chargers. Actually, used that for the first time a couple days ago, and talk about a 5-minute charge. I plugged in, and I literally did a 5-minute charge there. I plugged in, and did I fully charge the car? No, not at all. But in that 5 minutes, I was able to add just under 100 miles of additional driving. And I got 251 kilowatts out of the charger. So I added in that time, it's maybe closer to 6 minutes, but I had about 20 kilowatts in just those few minutes. And it was the difference between, well, my battery's a little lower than I would like it to be, and me having more than enough charge to go about what I needed to do. But I think what's going to be the game changer isn't faster charging, and it isn't more charging. I think what's going to happen, and this is kind of what I'm advocating for, and what I see is level 2 charging, inexpensive, not necessarily free, but inexpensive level 2 charging at every place as people go. We're just random parking lot where, say, a third of the parking spots in any given parking lot has just a level 2 place where you can plug in, and you're only going to be charging at like 6 kilowatts, which is slow, but every place you go, you can be charging. I mean, that's kind of how I like to, kind of a large part of what I've been doing, and why I'm parked where I'm parked right now. I wasn't trying to charge fast. I just wanted the car to be charging while I was wandering around Prescott. This looks like a historic depot of some kind, especially the way it comes here and ends at this, which is obviously a historic major street at one time. I think there's going to come a point where, and it is happening in some parts of Europe, and apparently in some parts of South America as well, where destination chargers are just everywhere. I feel like this is an old train depot, just from the architecture. And maybe at one point in time there were train tracks here, and they're just long since gone. I think you're gonna find, oh my gosh, there's a homeless person here. I think there's gonna come a future time where almost every parking meter is also an electric vehicle charger. And when you park on the side of the street, you plug in your car. I mean, at this point, so many people talk about public charging and charging station, but the reality is 90% of the people, if not more, especially in the United States, that own electric vehicles, they don't use charging stations. They don't use public charging stations at all. They charge at home. They get home, they park in their driveway, they plug in the car. It really doesn't matter how fast that charger is. That charger could only be say, 4 or 5 kilowatts, but they plug in, and when they get up the next day, or when they're ready to leave the next day, their battery's fully and completely charged. So it doesn't matter how slow it charged. The reality is that it took them 10 seconds to plug it in when they got home, and 10 seconds to unplug it when they leave. Any way to prevent theft? I'm not too worried about theft with my car. I mean, nothing's theft-proof to a sufficiently talented thief. And I have read that there is a way to spoof but the hardware's super expensive, so it's not a very common thing. But that there is a way to spoof the RF signal that this key, because I've got, like a proximity key. There's a way to spoof that, but I'm not too worried about it. Oh, theft of the charging stations? I don't think it's as big of a deal as people say it is. Now, I do think it's worse in some places than it is in others. I mean, I certainly even notice that in Phoenix when I get into areas that are, full of homeless meth heads. Chargers that are located in shady parts of town, in places that aren't very well watched. I see people stealing the copper cables from time to time. In fact, I post a lot of pictures on a Tesla's still here, not charging. Here's my baby. Post a lot of pictures on PlugShare, which is a crowd community. It's an app that basically gives reviews and information about chargers. Go ahead and unplug here. Yeah, this is the kind of destination charger I figure are going to be everywhere. And at this point, they're in a lot of places. Like there's a Tesla one and a charge point. So all these 3 spots here are for where you can park here and, do your shopping, whatever you're doing. I mean, for me, I walked into downtown, walked around the area. Yeah, there was one I went to, and it's an area where there's a lot of tweakers and homeless people near Metro Center. I want to say like Dunlap and about 23rd Avenue, and I posted a picture on PlugShare. I posted a picture on PlugShare just to let other people know that, yeah, you can't charge here. The cables have been cut and they're gone. All right, let's put that away. Close my hole. Boop. But I just got a pop-up telling me the charging is complete. Not as complete as I'd like it to be. Probably have enough juice to get back to Phoenix. Let's see where I'm at here. Power her up. And turn that down before I get a content match on YouTube. It's funny you mention people that unplug them. Now, right now, I have a reason to unplug the one that's next to me, but because as you see, that is a stationary green light. It's not pulsing. And this Tesla here, there would be a Tesla logo blinking. It was charging, but I still can't unplug it. I'm trying to pull it. I can't unplug it. And that's because it, what a lot of people who don't have EVs don't realize is that charging ports lock to the car when they're charging. That's why I had to hit the key fob to unlock. When I unlocked my car, it also unlocked the charging port so I could pull it out. If anybody did want to unplug my car, they could not have done it. It's physically latched. I see videos like that on YouTube all the time on shorts, and I'm always, people like, there's one video that went kind of viral where it showed oh, it's nice and warm in here. It is cold outside. My car says 50 degrees. It feels colder than that because it's really wet. Anyway, it's this viral video, and honestly, I think it was a skit. I don't think it was a real video. It just kind of screamed skit to me. But where this woman is in this guy's driveway, and she's got her Tesla plugged into his home charger in his driveway, and the guy's telling her that she needs to unplug, that she needs to leave, that his wife will be home, and she can't just use his charger like that. And hey, can you see me? Maybe not. Maybe not. I just need my hand free so I can get my damn glove off. Like, I have my gloves on to try to keep my hands warm out there. It's the ones I wear at work, and they're wet, and cold. Yikes! The heat up at 75 to 78. Sorry about that. Am I still streaming? Oh, I killed it. I think the Cybertrucks they're good for what they are, but I think they're silly. All right, for some reason, I bumped the button on my... apparently you guys are getting audio, but I bumped the button on my... I bumped the button that shut off my phone on the side, and it killed the stream. Killed my camera, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up. But anyways, I was saying that video, like, all the people, there were so many people in the comments like, I would have just unplugged her. Yeah, you can't do that. It's latched to the car. Oh, it feels good to have warm air in here. All right, I'm gonna stop this because I've lost my video stream. But hey, thanks for watching.